taking you through some of the basic steps of the animation and shot production process that occurs here at Prana Studios.
How did you get us into this mess?
The first part of the process is the animatic coming together. The primary elements in the animatic are the storyboards and also some music just to give it tempo.
How did you get us into this mess?
How did I get us into this mess? I like that.
I told you it would all come to no good. I warned you both.
Always the oldest brother, always the boss, to the bitter end.
Through the animatic, as it's constructed, one of the key things in building it is getting the key poses, the poses of the characters, as well as the facial expressions.
Wolfpack 1, we have a problem. Negative on Brick House.
When the dialogue is put to it, that gives us and gives the animators the timing for each of the scenes.
Big Bad Wolf to Wolfpack 1.
In this early scene, the big bad wolf is coming up into the area where the three little pigs live. And obviously one lives in the straw house, one lives in the stick house, and one in the brick house.
Wolfpack the Big Bad Wolf. Commence atmospheric percussion with straw house. Repeat, straw house.
The first one he comes to is the straw house, and he's checking it out in order to figure out how to get in and get the pig.
Little pig, let me come in.
Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
The comedy is a little bit over the top. We want to have very exaggerated poses with the wolf. So in layout, we will actually go into a process where we are staging where in the frame the wolf is, whether it's a close-up, whether it's a medium shot, and how it'll connect with the following shot. All have to link together in what we call continuity. For instance, the wolf's actions need to have a continuous flow. So if he lifts his hand up in shot A, then in shot B, his hand has to start being up and then sort of fall to his side, for instance. Once the layout is done, then the animator will take each shot and then actually start to put in the performance of the characters. The animatic gave us the timing as well as the very basic poses that are required of the characters within the scene against dialogue.
And secure Brick House.
It's Richard and Sandy, your brothers.
Richard and Sandy who?
No joke, dude. Let us in.
When we take it to layout, in the computer, set up the characters in the set or the environment as per the actual physical characteristics of the set, and so that the animator has a very good idea of where his characters will move in a scene and where they will go from one shot to the next to the next.
Chin-chins! Not by those hairs!
Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in.
Oh, great. There goes my whole night.
In this particular sequence, we also have the inclusion of effects because the wolf actually blows the straw house down, and then he comes and blows the stick house down. We have to have a sense during layout of where exactly those elements will come into play. Once it goes from animation, it goes into our shot finaling department where things are fixed and cleaned up in terms of any issues technically within the scene.
Little pigs, let me come in.
Then goes to our cloth hair where characters are actually furred, and then it goes into lighting. The song and dance sequence in the Three Pigs was a lot of fun for the animators because they could actually try out a lot of different things that wouldn't be the norm.
Nah, a wolf? The heck you say? Him? A wolf? There ain't no way.
Oh, wolf, 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 yeah.
You ain't no wolf.
The animators also did a great job with this because they were allowed to really stretch their abilities, stretch the key poses a lot, get a lot of exaggeration in terms of how the wolves danced, how they actually broadened their expressions. Some of the big smiles, facial expressions are very, very extreme over here. So there was a lot of possibility in terms of performance and acting that was possible within this sequence.
Because if you want to be a wolf, you better have claws.
The other things that we could exaggerate was getting more saturated colors in the lighting that reflect the moods of the various wolves. There was also the possibility of adding a lot of atmosphere into the scene. That again is done with a number of layers that are put in during the color process. So you get a sort of a sense of theatricality to the whole scene.
Sometimes I have to.
You would build that in tempo with the music through the sequence so that at the end it actually is quite big and broad and quite grand. Obviously, I hope a lot of fun.
It's top secret.
Yep.